I'm going to show you exactly what I did to get my lawn looking like this. It's cut at only about ½ an inch, and I started off with a lawn looking like this here. And if you start in spring, you can have something like this by fall. So that was a couple years ago when I first started, and my lawn currently looks like this. Here in Idaho, we have some really cold winters, and the grass does turn yellow and begin to recover around March. This year we had a mild winter, and it's already got its color back. In this video, I will show you every detailed part of my lawn routine. This is what I do when my lawn just exits dormancy after the winter. I first go through and trim along the perimeter and then mow my entire lawn at the same height I typically do. For now, I am not scalping my lawn. I will do that a bit later on. This first mow is to even up the entire lawn. This will make the next step a bit easier. At this point, we are not mulching, only bagging and disposing of all clippings. Now that we have a consistent cut throughout, I will be aerating the lawn. I usually rent a power machine, but this year I got a manual one to try out. If you are wondering about any products I'm using in this video, I'll have information down in the description below. I also created a detailed lawn care guide that's super easy to follow. It also does include all the steps necessary if you do want to level out a bumpy lawn using sand. Now, this aerator did surprisingly well. I do recommend making those runs as tight as possible, especially if your lawn has been struggling. The more holes, the better. If you are using a machine instead, I would go through the lawn 3 to 4 times for best results. Now I found the best way to clean up all the plugs is by using a snow plow type of shovel, and no, we don't leave the plugs in the lawn to add nutrients back into the soil. This defeats the purpose of what we are trying to achieve. Instead, we toss all the plugs and we'll add fertilizer in the lawn later on. Now it's time to scalp the lawn. I drop my mower height and now I'm at about 1/4 inch. This step is probably the most important one when trying to level out your lawn using sand. If you think you can skip this step and still achieve a good result, you will notice it will set you back a few months. I say this out of personal experience. The top dressing will smother your lawn and in some spots will kill it and give you patchy and bumpy results. If this is your first time doing this, you will have some higher spots where the blade might reach soil and low spots with longer grass. This is expected and okay. This will improve as you layer the sand. Before moving on to top dressing, I will first overseed my entire lawn. This helps fill in thin or patchy areas and allows the lawn to recover more dense. Now, when it comes to top dressing material, you can use either topsoil or sand. If your existing soil quality is not so good, consider using topsoil. Otherwise, use sand. It settles much better and gives you a superior smooth finish. Here in Idaho, our soil quality is not good and consists of clay, so I like to add topsoil first to fill all the holes I made earlier, and only after that add a layer of sand. So I actually made this vibrating screen just the other day. You would be shocked to find out how much rocks you will find in screen topsoil. The screen has 2 layers and only will allow for material that is less than 1/8 of an inch. So you get a really fine soil that layers on well and spreads more evenly. Now when it comes to applying the top dressing, you don't need any fancy equipment to spread it out. I use a wheelbarrow and a shovel. Initially, you'll want to spread it out by tossing it around evenly. Then using something called a leveling rake, spread it around. I found it more efficient when I push the rake, but it is more difficult, especially when it piles up. You'll want to do this until you can see there are no humps and bumps of material anywhere. Areas where you see more topsoil are areas that are deeper, and areas where green grass is clearly visible are higher spots. Now, I'm going to basically repeat those exact same steps I just did, but this time with sand. The type of sand I'm using is called Masonry sand. You should be able to get it from basically any local landscape supplier for fairly cheap. If you have a sand plant nearby, they make a much higher quality sand specifically designed for top dressing, which doesn't include any small pebbles, which is why I screen the sand as well. I used to do this by hand until I built myself this screen, which works very well, and you would be surprised to find out a full wheelbarrow of sand has about 2 gallons of small pebbles. And I'm not here stealing sand from my kids' playground. I actually order extra and store it here for next time. There are a lot of misunderstandings about using sand on your lawn. While sand doesn't contribute any nutrients or organic matter, it is very beneficial to your lawn. One of the best things about it is drainage. Sand doesn't hold water the way soil does, so water will drain through it quickly and go deeper to where the roots are, allowing your lawn to tolerate heat and stress much better. Another big one is about not using sand with clay soil. Well, I live in Idaho where we have clay soil, and I have been using sand for years and only saw improvement. What you don't want to do with sand and clay is blending the two with a rototiller. This will in fact harden it and cause lots of issues. Thin layers on top of clay soil are only beneficial. Last thing I want to do to finish off the day is to add some fertilizer. I am using a liquid starter fertilizer, which has more phosphorus that helps new seed thrive. We want the new seed we added to germinate faster and establish deeper roots faster so they can be ready for higher foot traffic sooner, and that's really it. If it's your first time, you can repeat this process every other month or when your lawn has fully recovered. I would definitely avoid July, which the heat alone adds too much stress on the lawn. If you enjoyed my video, follow me for more in-depth lawn care videos and DIY home improvement projects.